Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the homestead. Thanks for joining us today. I'm going to start off my morning with the leaf blower and just kind of clean up our area. I'm going to leave most of the leaves in the dirt area. Reason for that is because rainy season's coming and the leaves and stuff will help manage muddy ground. So we'll leave those there. At some point we'll probably have to put hay out like we always do. But I'm going to blow off the pathways and then the area that has our outdoor carpet, and just to get it kind of cleaned up a little bit for us and maybe for the critters too. I don't think they care as much as we do, but that's what I'm going to do. So let's get to it. Well, that was quick and easy. I guess I need to move on to other things now. I am going to cut a couple of trees down today. I'm not going to clear them. I can't do that with my back right now, but I can at least cut them down. The saw is not heavy. It's only about 14, 15 pounds, maybe 20, but it's under that 25 pound. So I won't be picking up any heavy branches or anything like that. We've got the one tree over here that is definitely in the way when we're trying to leave the property with the RV especially. I need that extra room to swing a little bit wider, and that tree is just right there. So I need to get that down. Brenda and I have already talked about it, so that one's going to go down, and then there's a tree over here next to the cottage that looks like it's getting ready to fall down anyway, so we need to get it down before it comes down unprojected. In other words, on its own. Big stiff breeze hits, that thing could fall into the building or over into our stuff. So I need to get it cut down. There's also one in the back that, behind this cottage right here that she's been working on clearing around it. You've seen that, I'm sure, in other videos. I'm going to see about getting that one down. One thing I'm going to try today, there's a big stump in the middle of the yard over here that I cut down. Oh wow, it's one of the first trees I cut down, I think. It's pretty good size. But it has an extensive root system, so I was never able to really dig it out. I'm going to drill a 1-inch hole in the center of it, or maybe a couple of them, soak it with some diesel and light it on fire and see if it'll burn its way out, burn itself out. I've seen people do that before. It's worth a shot. For now, that's what we're doing. So I need to go gather up some stuff. My saw, chain oil, gloves. I've got my drill over here. I don't know, we'll see. I need to gather up my stuff and then we can get started. Well, I'm not sure how well that burning that stump out is going to work. It's still burning. I guess as long as it, even if it doesn't have flames, as long as it keeps charcoaling up in there, maybe it will burn itself out of there. We'll see. It was just something I always wanted to try, so I thought I'd try it on a big stump. But now I need to move Brenda's car so that I can cut that tree down and not possibly hit her car. Wind's blowing a little bit today. So I don't want it to go that way and hit my truck or the boat. I want it to go that way. That way it's pretty clear over there. I don't want it to fall this way because it'll block any entrance exit for our vehicle. So definitely I have a plan on which way I want it to go. So I need to do that. But in the meantime, like I said, I need to move Brenda's car. Okay, that went down pretty much exactly where I wanted it to. I'm going to go get my dolly to move that log out of the way. That way I'm not picking anything up or bending over or doing anything crazy. Then I'll get that stump out. Okay, there you go, one down. That stuff that you saw me put on the stump is called Tordon, RTU or something like that. But it is Tordon, and it will kill the roots and the rest of the stump in short order. It'll also, if there's any that are coming up out of the ground along that root system, it should take those out as well. These particular trees, the honey locust trees, they travel by root system. So they will just start popping up in different places wherever the roots go, and the roots just travel long and far. So they're not a deep-rooted tree, they're a shallow-rooted tree, but they usually do have at least one taproot that goes down per tree. So this one's down, yay. I'll let that Tordon soak in, and then I'll bury the hole back up. At some point we'll come in and trim off the high roots and knock that down. I did spray those as well with the Tordon. And then time for me to take a little break. Then we'll come back and drop another tree, probably. Alright, if you look straight behind me, I believe, there's a tree standing by itself. It's about this big around. Goes up probably 25 feet or so, maybe more. It is dead. And I need to get it out of there. I am of the mind that it is pretty rotted and won't take a lot to get it down. And if I can pull it down, maybe it'll take the stump lower into the ground than trying to cut it off. So I'm going to get my truck and a tow strap, throw it around the tree, hook it to the back of my truck, and see if I can pull it over. If I can pull it over, yay. If I can't, well, then I'll back to the drawing board. I'll get the saw and cut it out. I don't know, just something different to try, something I've never tried before. I've watched all those YouTube videos though where those guys try to pull stumps out. They get a run at it and it yanks the stump out and the stump goes snapping back and comes in and goes through the back window of their truck or over the top. I'm not going to give it that kind of pull, nothing that hard. I may give it a little bump or a little tug. If it doesn't go, not a big deal. I'll just abandon that idea and go back to just using the saw and cutting it down. Anyway, I was going to cut it off part way and try it that way, and Brenda suggested I just wrap a strap around it and try it, see how it goes. So that's what we're going to do. Well, that strap is a lot shorter than I anticipated, so I'm going to have to supplement with some trucker's rope. It's heavy duty stuff. We'll see. Okay, let's see if this works. Well, it didn't get the stump out, but it broke the tree in half with no effort at all. That's funny. All right, I'm going to back up a little bit, hook onto that stump. It does look like it's going to pull, so I'll hook onto it and see if it does. Alright, so I did exactly what I said I wasn't going to do after watching all of those YouTube videos. I hit it a little too hard. And although it didn't break a window, it did end up elsewhere. No real damage. And the stump's out. Yay. As I've said before, don't do as I do. Do the smart thing instead. Since I'm on light duty, I'm going to take this opportunity to clean up the edge of our road frontage with the old leaf blower. Alright, I'm bored with this now. Moving on to something else. Alright, you can see behind me, there and there, got a couple of piles of brush I need to get rid of. It's a little breezy, but not bad. I do have my garden hose out here to mitigate any runaway stuff. So, I just got to get those piles started and get them burning. Well, that about does it for those two burn piles. One of them's burned out, just smoldering. The other one's got a little ways to go, but don't want to sit here and watch that, do you? We sure appreciate you watching us here on the homestead. Thanks for being part of what we do every day. God bless you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share it with your friends, leave us that comment. We do like the comments. Somehow or another, I got locked out of the company, the Reverend.on.the.road admin, so I haven't been able to get to the comments as quickly as possible. So Brenda's been kind of taking care of that, along with doing all the editing that she does. There's not a day goes by that she's not editing video. So anyway, thanks for sticking with us through all that. We'll see you next time here on the homestead. Bye now.